Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Hey, if you're a returning subscriber, we certainly appreciate it. And if you're new, please consider subscribing and hit that thumbs up. It really helps us a lot. YouTube in the Philippines, is it important? I'm going to go out on a limb because it's sort of biased, but I think it is. And let me tell you why I think it is, and let me give you some food for thought about it. Every YouTube video is important because every YouTube video is going to contain information, and it most often is going to have information that applies to you. Since you tend to watch channels that concentrate content into an area of interest for you, that's what happens. But what about the rest of the channels? Well, they're important too. And it's not just because they are important to other people. They're important because even off-topic things can have information that's important to you. What you have to decide is who's worth watching and who's not worth watching. In my personal opinion, I'll tell you what we do. My morning starts about 3:30 to 4 o'clock a.m. every day. I've never been able to completely adjust to the Philippines. It doesn't matter whether I go to bed at 9 o'clock or if I go to bed at midnight. 3:30 to 4:30 in the morning, I'm awake. My day starts, email, and then after that, it's YouTube. I enjoy my coffee and drink YouTube, and I have tagged and watch on my list anywhere at any given time, somewhere between 40 and 60 channels, which is a lot. I'm not saying I watch them all consistently, okay? But I go through their content, I take a look at what's new, and I see whether I want to watch it or not. And I watch channels that I totally disagree with. I watch channels that I am thrilled to watch because they have great content from day to day. There are channels that only produce content once every 3 weeks or so, and I watch them too because there's always the chance that they're going to have information that is useful to me. And there's going to be useful information for you. What you have to do is decide who's full of crap and who's not. Now, I don't think, or I would hope, that there isn't or aren't any YouTubers that maliciously put out content that is totally incorrect on purpose. But it happens. It does happen. And you have to weed through the people that put through information and separate informative YouTube channels from entertainment. Now, some can be both, don't get me wrong. We are a very simple family. My wife and I live a simple life, and so it's not super interesting and it's not super informative, only because it's what we experience, because we only talk about the things that we have experience in. We have experience buying land. We have experience buying a condo. We have experience through the marriage process. We have experience in all kinds of areas. I can't tell you the best steakhouse in Quezon City. I can't tell you where to buy lumber or how to find a contractor to build anything for you in Cebu. But there are people that can. You see, there are good YouTubers everywhere. The information that they put out is current as of that point and time. And that's what brings me to why are YouTubers important? YouTubers are important because the information system in the Philippines is still developing. There are many local government units, townships, things like that, barangays, whatever. Their sole existence is on Facebook. In fact, I won't say in particular anywhere, but oftentimes, more often than not, if you go into a local government unit's Facebook and they are saying that such and such is going to happen, guess what? If you ask a question, the odds of you getting a official response is slim to none. And it's not their fault. They have very limited resources. Okay? That's why they're on Facebook. It's free. Now, the Philippines has made very big strides in the past couple of years about this. All right? Their official .gov websites have gotten better. They've gotten more informative and they've gotten more explanatory. And that's another problem. You see, what we think of and how our language works is different than theirs. Now, even though that English is a mandatory language here, you can even watch the news. You can read the news and you can see that English is not always the same and it doesn't mean the same. So what happens is that it's confusing, but that's not their fault. They're speaking your language in their country, of which the generally recognized national language is Tagalog. Okay? With that being said, YouTubers are important because they get information out. And what you have to do is you have to figure out who's full of shit and just trying to put garbage out there, or who's making a concerted effort. And don't confuse information with experience. There are YouTubers all over the Philippines that put out information based on their experience. Well, you need to get out one of those little pens and get a map and mark where that YouTuber is, because that information may be relevant only for their local area where that happened and transpired. Okay? Things are different. Even though the government has a set of rules or whatever you want to call them, all right, the local government units have a lot of discretionary power. And they have sometimes additional rules, or they have other requirements in addition to. And there's nothing you can do about that. You can complain, and sometimes you can say, hey, the Constitution says this. Why is it like that? Well, you know what? You're not a citizen. You don't even deserve an answer. Although it'd be nice. Don't get me wrong. YouTube's important because so many people in so many places. I mean, you know, the Philippines is slammed with YouTubers, both foreign and national. There's some great national YouTubers, people who were born here, raised here, live here, and deal with the life of being in the Philippines on a daily basis. Something that no foreigner can lay claim to. There are some great foreign YouTubers who have lived here and experienced things and relay that information. And then there are those people who just have garbage. And I don't mean garbage in the way of their content is garbage, because I consider YouTube both informational or entertainment. I watch people that I think are absolutely clueless, but their information is entertaining. Their their video is entertaining. Okay? Got to have something to help wake you up just besides coffee. All of that. Is YouTube actually important to the Philippines? Absolutely. Is it important for you to decide who is relevant to you? Who's putting out information that's useful to you? And is it, of course it is. And then finally, is it important to watch people on occasion that aren't either? Sure it is. Because there's not often that I don't see a YouTube that either doesn't give me some information that I may not have been aware of, could not remember, and just realized, oh, I forgot about that, or give me an idea as to a direction that I need to research to get an answer to a question that they posed. So, yeah, it's important. It really and truly is. The final thing is it's important to look at when that information, that video, that government website, or whatever, when it was published. Things change, and you need to make sure you're aware that things change. All right? And the one thing that YouTubers don't do, and the one thing that Facebook doesn't do, is automatically get rid of old information that is no longer relevant. And that's difficult. Very, very difficult. Make sure the information you're looking at is relevant. Make sure it's from a source that you say, hey, I don't know these people. I may not trust these people or that person, but they're giving me ideas to where to go to get answers. And that's the most relevant thing. So I'll leave you with that. I hope you have a great day. Please subscribe, hit that thumbs up. It really means a lot to us, and have a great day.